Hear ye, hear ye. Let's see if they can hear me. Yes, they can.
Oh
All
my
right, it's on the right
gosh.
one. You always want to check beforehand, but then sometimes we forget. And hey,
Not me.
do you hear this? Do you hear this over here? Listen, Linda. Welcome everybody. This is Beard Advice Live. My name is Dan. This is my wife, Sam.
Hi.
Sam, how you doing tonight?
Good.
Awesome. We recorded our next episode of the Catching Up with the Commands podcast today.
Sure did.
And it'll be out on Friday morning, like always. So if you guys are unfamiliar, I want to hit it right away because sometimes people got to leave. Sometimes they check it out and they're like, these people are boring, and then they leave. But hey,
wow,
it
get out of here.
It happens. Catching Up with the Commands on all major podcast platforms. It is us talking about stuff. Check it out.
All kinds of stuff.
We like it. As you guys come in, if you don't mind, hit that thumbs up in the chat. Like you can do an emoji, like right now. Do it. But also below the chat, below this video, this is what I really meant to say, but sometimes you just got to spin with it.
Got to roll with it.
Yeah. And there's a thumbs up, thumbs down. Give us some feedback. I hope that it's the thumbs up or we can earn the thumbs up. And if you guys want to share this out, that would be amazing, whether it's on Instagram, on Facebook, or whatever the case may be. And we're already getting some nice words here. JP says, love the podcast. I can listen to it on my way home from work Friday.
Yay.
That's awesome. That is awesome. And Jeff says, rocking that awesome beanie.
I had to wear the beanie again because my eyebrows are still wonky from my Botox. So I didn't want to frighten you guys.
There you go.
I'm looking out for you.
There you go. Former Cardinal there with you.
Oh, yay.
And Kyle says, Sam, the hair is on fire.
Thank you.
Yeah. And hello to everybody out there. All right. Can you hear me loud and clear? That's right. We can hear you. We got you, man. 100%.
Oh, that's not mine.
Ooh, baby. Hey, Robert, man. Thank you, dude. Robert just donated 5 memberships to the chat and to the channel.
Thank you, Robert.
Thank you, man. That's awesome. So cool. And thanks for everybody coming in saying hello. Drop a comment and so we can see who's here. If we don't get to say hi to everybody, we see you. We appreciate you. Like David Brown's in here. Look at that beard right there. Wow. To the meat and potatoes, this show is called Beard Advice Live. The basis of this is people send in pictures of their beards. They tell us their goals, their problems, and just overall want advice for their beard style and health. We, myself, my wife, in the chat, we give advice from a lot of different perspectives and angles, and it helps them out. It helps out many others listening, helps out this channel to have content, and it's all appreciated. And it's from a place of positivity and support, but also genuine advice. And we have a halftime segment that is open to you guys asking questions. So if you have any questions for Sam, if you got any beard questions for me, for the chat, for the community, that's when we're going to do it. But we do have 2 new segments that have taken off and kind of have a life of their own. So Sam, tell the people our 2 other segments.
So our first segment is called Catching Up with the Commands, and we just go over our week, what we did since the last live stream.
And that really kind of cued us to do a podcast. Like people wanted to hear stuff and it wasn't beard related, and we're like, we don't want to go on big like tangents and lectures or whatever you want to call it. Hey, don't be talking about my tangents. And so yes, we just talk about what's going on in our life in the last week. And what's the other segment?
The other segment is called Try Something New, and I created it and I highly regret it. Just kidding. It's fun.
It is fun.
Sometimes.
And so what is Try Something New?
Try Something New is where we try something that neither.
I'm not fancy. I don't know.
Neither of us. I'm not fancy. Neither of us have tried before. And we try weird things. I try to be like risque with my things. And Dan's like, let's try some chocolate.
Yeah, but it's always stuff we haven't tried. It's always stuff that's pretty out there, pretty strange. And so, yeah, we want to get it going here. Lance says, greetings from Orlando, where I'm at a legal conference the rest of the week. Ooh. Awesome. That sounds fun.
Do you like Orlando?
We do. So what we are going to try today, didn't know this existed.
Nope.
Until I saw it. Until I saw it at the gas station.
Sound like my grandma.
Until I saw it. Until I laid my eyes on it at a gas station. We're gonna try a soda. This is not Mountain Dew. This is not Surge.
It looks like Surge.
It does look like Surge. Yep.
Is Surge still out?
Oh yeah.
I remember. Speaking of my grandma, I have a story. hold on. My grandma used to take me to work with her. She was a janitor at a high school.
I know where this is going.
And my mom had to work. My mom was a single mom at this time, and she had to work. So I had to go into work with my grandma, which was like the middle of the night shift. I don't know what that's called.
Night shift?
Stop.
Third shift?
So it'd just be like her, another janitor lady, and me. And my grandma used to let me get Surge from the vending machine at like 4 a.m. Just an 8-year-old hopped up on Surge.
An 8-year-old. Maddox has
Actually,
never
I
had
was
pop.
probably like 5.
Wow.
Yeah, it was young.
Our kids have never had pop.
Yeah.
They've each of them have tried a sip of Diet Coke just to make sure they didn't like it. No, I'm gonna show you guys what we're gonna drink, and then Sam's gonna tell you the best part about her going to work with her grandma when she was a janitor. You gotta share this. So what we are gonna be trying tonight, you guys, is Warheads soda. And I'm saying soda because that's the name on the can. It is, yes, like the sour and then sweet candy, Warheads. They have their very own soda. I'm curious here on who the company is that is manufacturing this in partnership with Warheads for Firebrands. Okay.
Firebrands.
This is out of Miami.
Never heard of it.
Miami Beach, Florida. So if you guys have tried this, let us know. I have never seen it before, but it is, yeah, absolutely.
Look, someone said they saw that at Dollar Tree, and that is the ultimate. This is going to be gross.
Hey,
store.
What you told me I play it safe. You told me I get all these nice things. Now you're like criticizing me on the.
No.
See what I live with you guys? Dan, would you rather have coffee or pumpkin pie? You need to choose one. Well, I will never do either. But if I had to choose, I would probably try coffee over pumpkin pie. What? There's not much in my life that would get me to try pumpkin pie.
After that reaction from the coffee beans, really?
Yeah, pumpkin pie, I would throw up.
What if you doused it in whipped cream?
Nope.
Cool Whip.
So the amount of sugar in this is actually surprising. It's 35 grams.
Yeah, because it's sour, not sweet.
Okay, yeah, because when we were looking at like other, I mean, you can see like 60, 70 grams on a lot of pops.
But I do have to confess, I have never had a Warhead.
What?
In my life.
Whoa. No. All right. Future week is that is the ultimate. How has this not been disclosed?
I don't like those kind of candies. That's
okay.
Blech.
We will do Warheads, not next week, but in the future. That's crazy.
If this is good, I'll try it. If it's not good.
So I don't think that this is anything like the actual Warheads.
You think it's gonna be sour or no?
So I have an inside source, and they told me it was not sour like the candy.
Okay.
So here's Warren. He says they're good. I was hoping to be a bit more sour, but I suppose they need to be drinkable. Okay.
Okay.
All right. And wow. Yeah. Did I just say, did I say something bad about? Yeah, I did.
He did.
It's disgusting. It looks like baby poop.
He is disgusting.
Yeah, it's nasty. I
love pumpkin pie.
No, Scott says 60 grams. How many grams? Somebody look it up. How many grams of sugar are in a can of like Faygo or Mountain Dew?
A can of Mountain Dew, I think, was like 56 or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
I'm betting that it's less than this. That was my point. Is I thought this would be this is a pop based off of candy. Like I thought that, like when you look at this just seems like it would be pure sugar.
Oh yeah.
Right. You would think it would be more than Faygo, more than Mountain Dew.
I want to look at the ingredients though.
Yeah.
Oh, my eyes.
Yeah.
I can't see.
So okay. The Bearded Bear says they're good, but I no longer drink pop, but Warhead pop ain't bad. Interesting.
Okay.
Interesting.
I'm curious about that too.
72. Take that, Scott.
In Mountain Dew?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. This is significantly less than a lot of real. Look at 72. Oh, yeah. I love my favorite. Sam knows this. My favorite thing in the world, and Scott's a friend of mine, guys. My favorite thing in the world is when people correct me and they're wrong. I love it.
That's terrible.
I love it. Well, it's like it's when you're corrected and you didn't. It's like when you put it out there, like I don't know what this is, and then someone tells you, like, oh, okay, yeah. But when they just come in and correct you, I'm gonna put that 72 up.
I do kind of like that when I do that to you.
It's the best. He said that's highly alarming. Oh yeah, no, I drink a Mountain Dew most days. It's there's no part of me that's like, this is okay. Like, I know it's horrific, but I don't have a ton of vices that are bad.
Yeah.
And my candy intake has gone next to nothing. Like, I mean, I have these here.
You've had those for a long time,
like,
too.
I'm doing good. Like, I'm doing real good.
Mountain Dew is your worst problem, like you're not out here doing cocaine.
Right.
So,
and once a day, too, at most.
Not cocaine, Mountain Dew. Once a day.
That's some good timing. That is some good timing. So we are going to try these bad boys here today. And I went with green apple. I had a bunch of other flavors.
Oh, there were other flavors?
Yeah.
Like what?
Strawberry.
Okay.
Someone told me that was really good after I bought this. I bought
well,
this.
Thanks.
Yeah, I know. Come on, guys. And I don't remember the other ones. So we're gonna see what this is doing. Tony says, my candy intake is up since I quit drinking and smoking. That is an unbelievably fair compromise. If you say, hey, I smoke cigarettes and I drink alcohol, or should I eat more candy? Dude. Not that candy's good. Dude.
Eat the candy, Tony.
Yeah, get it. Mm-hmm.
Also, congratulations for quitting drinking and smoking.
Wow. And Jason says, can't remember the last time I had caffeine.
Wow.
The last time you ate the last time you had chocolate, you had caffeine.
Ooh.
Keep that in mind.
I feel like that's so minimal.
I know it doesn't count. Yeah, that's just being
Blue
silly.
raspberry would be so good.
What?
Blue raspberry.
I think they have it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Do you remember where I got this?
Some random gas station.
That's what I said because I can't remember, but I think it
was on the way home from soccer?
Maybe. I don't know. I got it. Oh, wait, what? Oh, you were with me. Yeah, I think that's right.
We were all in the car.
Yep, absolutely. Okay. Oh, I was wrong. For a bottle, 77 grams, just looked it up. Ooh. Could be.
The saga continues.
It does. Yes, it does.
Go get a can.
Right.
Somebody's got to have a Mountain Dew can in their house.
Come on now. I'm pretty sure it's way more than 35 though, regardless. And 150 calories, that's not.
Is there like 14 servings?
Right. No, it's one. I looked it up. Yeah, it's one serving. So yeah. Robert says, I cut out caffeine, soft drinks, but I still eat a little Debbie cake at night. I think that messes with the biotin. No, not at all, dude. Nope, you're good.
Yep. I miss little Debbie's cakes.
Right. Jeff says, caffeine, it's only been about 10 seconds. I love it. Absolutely love it. And what did Michael say? He says, we should snort Mountain Dew.
What?
He's joking. But wow, that is so crazy. Wow. What is the phone number I will call to see if it's near me? Let's see.
The phone number? Do they have phone numbers?
I'm checking to be polite. I don't know.
To be polite.
Yeah, there's no phone number on the can.
I just feel like they're at like all the gas stations.
Yeah.
Just all of them.
It seems like a gas station drink.
It definitely does.
Yeah. What's up, man? Doing good. All right. We're going to do this in a second here, but catching up with the commands. Probably the biggest thing the last week was Maddox had a soccer tournament.
Yeah.
Thoughts, experiences? How was our soccer weekend?
It was interesting.
Yeah.
We're learning things.
Mm-hmm.
But Maddox won the championship. So that was really cool.
Okay. He did.
What are you okaying?
I was reading Scott's thing here too. So yes. And he goes, Mountain Dew much more than live wire. Wow, then holy crap. Yeah, they're crazy. They're crazy. Okay. 46 in a Mountain Dew. Okay. So still, I mean.
Ooh, I said 56. I feel like that's very close.
Yeah, that was pretty close. Definitely. Congrats to the champ. So yeah, to break it down and give you guys some of the real, this is a huge step up for Maddox. He's going from rec leagues and soccer zone to playing the best of the best and with the best of the best for his age in the state. That's what we wanted. And they are hyper focused at his age in development. They want the players to be developed, and they're not as keen on wins and losses. They want to lose as much as they want to win. And that's genuine. Like what we're finding out is stuff that they're saying is really true, and they've proven it with time. And they want to develop these players. And so they'll move them around. They'll put them in different positions. They won't start the best kids, and they won't start the best kids against really good teams. And It's new to us. It's different because we are both highly competitive.
Yes.
highly competitive. And so it's a new kind of concept. Even though they won, there was one game they probably shouldn't have. And I think it would have been a much safer victory if they played it to win, right? Quote unquote. If they played Maddox the whole game and the other best players the whole game, it would have been totally different. But Maddox didn't start. They put some kids in spots that they're normally not in. And we ended up winning with a last second goal. And if we would have tied, terrifying game. It was crazy. And if we would have tied, we would not have been in the championship. And so for us, logically, we're like, hey, we're here. We traveled. Let's win to get in the championship. Let's get that extra game.
Like when we coached, we would try to get a whole bunch of goals in the beginning, and then we'd sub in the other players and let them, Maddox would set them up for goals. And that's just not kind of how it went. But I think the thing that really kind of got us, because you guys know Maddox is on the black team.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a red team. They're both the same age group, but there's I don't want to say the better kids, but it's the more skilled kids, the kids who have been there longer, and Maddox just happened to have that sort of skill set over the red team.
Mm-hmm.
And so this tournament was both of those teams together. And what really just kind of rubbed me the wrong way was that they were starting red team kids over black team kids.
And it was a black tournament.
Yeah.
That's the key.
And so it's Maddox worked his butt off to get on the black team to have these other kids start before him that aren't even on that team. So
and our lens now, we had a good talk today. We went over everything. It really is. There's nothing more to when you're so passionate and you love your kids so much, your brain starts racing and you're like, why is this? Why is that? Why'd the coach do this? And I have the benefit of being on the other end for many, many, many years with coaching. So I know what that's like to hear from parents. I know what that's like to think as a coach. And we had the benefit of having good parents around us now that we get to talk to and get perspective that they bounce off of us. It really is. They are developing all of the players. That is their focus, not just the best players, which would help you win more, which would help appease the top players' parents more. They are trying to develop all the players, even if it costs them games, even if it costs them championships. Now, is that our ideal situation? Probably not, if we're going to be honest. However, we don't know the zoomed out perspective of developing soccer players. We don't know what that's like 10 years down the road. I know what coaching water polo and swimming looks like 10 years down the road and how you develop them, but that's very different. And so we're learning. We're human. We are emotional. We're growing. We're adjusting. So it was definitely a bittersweet weekend. Maddox had the time of his life.
He did.
The time of Jax had the time of his life. You want to talk about that real quick here with so Jax, we know, crazy anxiety before. Mm-hmm. He is a different human, and he is hanging out with kids that are on Maddox's team. Kids that 3 months ago, Maddox and Jax looked at like gods. Like they uttered these kids' names like they were like the Messis of soccer their age, and now it's literally they're equals. So kind of break down the weekend with Jax, because I thought this was really cool.
So Jax, I have this picture of Jax walking to go watch one of Maddox's teammates who plays in the 2016s and the 2015s. Maddox is a 2015. And so we were going to go over to watch this kid's game to cheer him on. And Jax is walking, not with Maddox, but with two of Maddox's, teammates. And they both were putting their arm around Jax, and they were just bros, and it was just so sweet. I loved it so much. And he was just hanging out with them and showing them his FIFA game on his tablet, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, you have Mbappe. That's so cool." And Jax was so proud.
They're like, "Can we try? Can we see it?" And sitting on a little picnic blanket with Jax, who's 2 years younger than them, isn't on their team or anything, and they're talking to him like he's an equal. And these are kids that Jax thought were gods. Yeah. This is the kid who would not go into soccer practice because he was too anxious, and just so dang cool to see it. And Maddox, all the credit in the world to him. He kind of blazed that path of, number one, going out there and showing these other kids that he's a great soccer player. And number two, showing these other kids this is how I treat my brother. And when you do that, you lead by example. If Maddox was out there like crapping on his brother and like just talking down to him, treating him like a baby, literally the other kids would as well.
Yeah.
But Maddox goes and passes with him, hangs out with him, talks to him. On the way home from Speed and Agility today, Maddox, this is an exact quote. I even texted to Sam. He said, I really like playing soccer with Jax. It's a win-win. I get better and he gets better. It's so cool, man. It is so, so cool. And yeah, hey, buddy, what's going on, man? And he says, when you see your kids socialize in positive ways, it makes your day.
It really does.
Unbelievable. It's a weird feeling to explain, especially when they've had a lot of trials and tribulations and they're through it. And just seeing that I literally get chills and I'm not exaggerating. I literally get chills and goosebumps right now because Jax was just confident. He was just in pure joy. And his love of soccer is growing rapidly right now.
Yeah.
Like rapidly. And
I
he's
feel
getting
like
good.
It grew rapidly. We got his Messi jersey and it's a fake. Like we didn't spend $150 on it. But we got that in this morning, last night. And he was just, I feel like his love of soccer grew even more as he put it on. It was so cute.
He wore it to school and he came home and it was a little bit big. Sam didn't want him to wear it. He came downstairs. He thought he was replacing his shirt, but he replaced Maddox's shirt with the jersey silently. Didn't say anything because he's like, no, I'm wearing this. Talked her into it. He wore it. And Sam goes, hey, did anybody say anything about about your jersey? And he was like, what did he say?
He was like,
he goes,
his like eyes got huge.
Yeah.
It was so cute.
And essentially he was saying like everybody said something and it's so dang cool. And I agree with this so much. And this is, when we get to talk, and this kind of like bleeds into our podcast type stuff. So if you guys like this, please check out Catching Up with the Commands. It's an amazing podcast, all platforms. And this would be kind of like stuff that we would talk about, but setting the tone, we start that at home. Now our boys are amazing. There's a lot to them that's just natural, but we are adamant. I always say that being a parent isn't hard. Being a good parent is hard.
Yeah.
I see a lot of parents where their job is not difficult. Why? Because I talk to them. I see what goes on. I hear what goes on. I know that's not difficult. We really care, just like so many of you do. And we don't allow our kids to talk to each other in a way that's conducive to bad relationships.
Yeah.
We believe you set that tone, you set the model, and they will follow, right? I see so many families where like, oh, brothers, siblings, they're always going to talk crap to each other. They're always going to beat each other up. They're always going to do this. No, we don't allow that to happen. And we every day, hey, apologize. Like, that's not cool. You don't, that's not cool. You don't talk like that. And then it shows in the biggest moments. It shows when you are going to places like a social life. Like Maddox could have, and we don't give this kid enough credit. Maddox is trying to fit in with this new group of like high level soccer players. He's trying to impress them. He wants to be cool. A lot of kids go to like trashing their sibling.
Yes.
A lot of kids bond by making fun of other people. Maddox is the opposite. He brings Jax in. They were playing Lightning. If you guys are familiar with sports, you know that. Jax got to go in on the Lightning game. Like, they'll be warming up, and he'll come to me and be like, do you think Jax can go out on the field? And I have to be the one to be like, no, Jax can't do that.
So cute.
It's so dang cool. So dang cool. What's up, Jay Cruz? Welcome, welcome, welcome. And yeah, if you guys don't mind, hit that thumbs up. We got like 60, 70 people that have forgot. I forget all the time. So yeah, understand that. And what's up? And it says, plus, these kids just came out a few years ago where in many areas, social growth was stunted.
Yeah.
Dude, I taught through the pandemic and with kids coming back. You're right. That stunting was big. Yep, big. And Eric says, my boys will fight, but 2 minutes later, they're laughing and playing together. That's good.
Oh, yeah.
The wild thing is, ours don't really fight.
I mean, like, they'll have little, like, squabbles and stuff.
They'll snicker once in a great while. It's like, it's essentially like Jax would be like, stop talking about that, and it's done.
Yeah.
Like, they've never physically fought. We've waited for it, like, many times.
Sometimes I try to egg them on.
Yeah, they've never once physically gotten a fight. I think it's because Maddox, he's just such a good heart and soul.
Yeah.
He knows he could do real bad damage, and so he just doesn't.
Maddox's anger used to be like so like scary.
And again, but he's so much better now.
Yeah,
like,
so much better.
We owe that kid even more love and praise.
Snickers today.
I did get him a Snicker. We got a special stop to get him some Snickers. So that was the main part of the last week was the soccer tournament.
Yeah.
We launched our hats.
Yes.
Right here, you guys. I'll put a link in the chat. We did a pretty hefty stock on these ones, especially the beanies, because oftentimes, I'll be real, I like selling out in a couple of hours. I think that's cool. I think that's fun. I like that kind of, I do it with, you have like a sneaker life that's like that and other things. And it makes me feel good. I'll be honest.
And I'm the opposite.
But I thought it would be good to have stock and have things that people can get, whether they had a paycheck next week or whenever it is. There's a lot of situations on different things. So it's different for me, but I like it. And so they are both available currently. Yep. And so you guys can hop on there. We have the beanie, we have the hat here. They are both. We
got them both on.
Yeah, they're funny. Both. Hey,
whoa, look at your hair. Hey, put that back on.
Yeah, wow.
Yikes.
This is this is worse. They are both branded Bills hats, you guys. Real genuine leather. They got the beauty in the beard, double B's on the back. No, it's branded Bills. But it's this athletic mesh down here, this performance mesh. I love it. It's a flex fit snapback, and it's that shadow cam. So good. And then you got the Dancy bearded beanies. Again, both are available right now. And shout out from Grand Rapids. Let's go. Let's go. All right. How are your stickers going? We got decals always available. Yeah, always available. You can snag those anytime. And shout out, we did get our Craig. We did get some patches. And so we're figuring out what we're going to do with that. Stay tuned. It'll probably be a promotion. We're not going to sell them, but it'll be something that will be like an add-in to orders or some kind of giveaway type situation. So yes, Leo says, hoping to grab a beanie. I think there are plenty of them. There are. So there's 20 people with them in their cart right now, and there's more than that available. Oh yeah. So we should be, big order. Yeah, 36 available right now. You should be good to go. No FOMO or anything there. So yeah, absolutely. And guys, I see your questions here. Like I just saw one from Detecting Michigan Boy, and then Kyle. Those are saved for the halftime segment. And yeah, we'll be good. So other than the podcast, other than the hats, other than soccer, anything else that's been going on in our life over the last week?
Every week we keep saying that we need to write these things down. And
here's Craig right here. Thank you so much, Craig. What's up, Bill?
Craig.
Welcome.
Okay. I'm looking at my phone. What
beanies over hat? Like put the beanie over the hat? That's gangster. That's a good move. Yeah. Hey, what's up, man? What's up, guy? All right.
No,
Sam got to look at a calendar.
Nothing.
No, it was pretty much
soccer.
Danny packs though. I did get a fanny pack in today. 2 of them from Temu. Guys, I'm going to be doing a video on Temu in the future. No real big spoilers, but we have both dipped our toes in the water on Temu in the last month or two, maybe last month. And I'm excited to talk about it. And that's not even like a real like review video, but I might have to bring Sam in on that one just to give her like female perspective on Temu. So yes, my 9-year-old typing soccer. Oh, we're talking about soccer over here. We're talking about soccer over here. All right, so let's catch up with the commands.
Yep.
Check us out on Instagram. All right, here we go. Sam, he was really rocking your fanny pack. Oh yeah, she knows.
He took it.
She knows. No shame.
My favorite one too.
No shame in this game. I asked permission. Goodness gracious. All right, guys, we try something new every week. This is Warheads, like the candy, but it's in a soda version.
I am excited for this.
Yeah, I am too. Dancy ties? No. No. Silly.
I think we burned all your ties.
Yeah, no tie. I will never, ever wear a tie again.
We do have your bow tie from our wedding, though.
Didn't even know I wore a bow tie at my wedding.
Gosh.
Hey, sorry. Which wedding? I'm just kidding. What if I was like, listen, I left someone at the altar 2 years before you. I was actually just talking about to Jay Cruz about there was a pro athlete who got engaged. He said, hey, to get married, we need to have a prenup. And she was like, okay, just give me some time to sign it. She didn't sign it, gets all the way to the wedding day. He gets up to the altar and is like, hey, have you signed it? She said, no. He left and he said, hey, everybody just stay and party. And he told the DJ, he goes, play whatever you want tonight. He said the first song needs to be Kanye West, Gold Digger.
Oh,
true story. And then the DJ did play Gold Digger as this athlete walked out of the potential wedding. Yeah. And listen, clearly the communication was not right on either side leading up to that.
I'm feeling like that is fake.
Uh,
Who does that? Who's like
celebrities is like a whole different world. You know, their reality is just so different. Yep. So
all
Ken,
I think about is how much money they blew.
Ken knew it
on
right
this
there.
wedding. He knew that he was going to ask her when he got up there, and he knew she was going to say no. And now everybody's talking about him. So,
well, they probably planned the wedding months and months and months in advance. He's like, all right, I'm assuming she's gonna.
But he couldn't ask her before they walked down the aisle. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like, hey,
I think it's real though. Oh, nice. Mike just placed an order for a beanie.
Yay!
Very cool. Keep that head warm. Even down in San Antonio, I think you guys get 3 cold days out of the year. So yes, they needed your last podcast episode in their life.
Truly.
So true. So true. And what I think one of the reasons why we love our podcast so much is we do really believe in what we're saying. Like we really do see the fruits of all those like perspectives that we bring. And so, yeah, we hope you guys check it out. All right. You ready for this?
Yep.
Dun, dun, dun. Warhead sour green apple. Warhead. Oh, true. Ken says a few thousand on a reception or a lifetime of alimony. That's true. Yeah. All right. Do you want to try it first? Or do you want me to try it first?
You can go ahead and try it first.
Warhead green apple. Now I think this is bad marketing on their part. When I go to drink this, right? The mouth is right here. The label is facing me. It should be away.
I feel like there's no rhyme or reason.
There should be a reason though. When
That's like, look at my bubbly.
I know, but listen.
It's like to the side.
This is pure marketing. When I'm drinking this, someone's like, oh, what are you drinking there? Surge, Mountain Dew? They should be like, what? That's Warhead? And then you make that conversation. All right, here we go, guys. I don't think
anybody's going to say that. I do have a sore throat, just FYI.
Okay.
Is it good?
Yeah. Give your drink, and then I'll give you a thought on it.
Smells so fake.
So, give it a shot.
Okay.
Where can I listen? Any major podcast platform. It is catching up with the commands. There is a link in the description. All right. So, Sam, they should be able to see, right? That's what I'm saying. It's just simple marketing. All right. Thoughts, Sam? No?
So fake. So fake.
It's very fake.
Fake color. Fake sugar, or I don't know if it's fake sugar. Lots of sugar.
Yeah, it was not. It was
so artificial.
I was not as repulsed as Sam was there, but it's not something I would ever drink for enjoyment.
It's like semi-warm too. Why are all of our drinks warm down here?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't think it's semi-warm.
Well,
Sam
it's like
Sam has a temperature thing. She just made dinner. She's like, why is this not warm?
It wasn't
then she gets
hot.
this. She's like, why is this warm?
Listen.
So, yeah.
That was not good.
Dan, what a maxed out final step with Masters. Teacher making Michigan, 100K. Yeah, it's rated. It's just under 100K when you get your 30 plus your full education. And our maxed out is more. A Masters is not anywhere near maxed out. You have to go Masters like plus 70. There's Masters plus, and then after that is like the equivalent of a doctorate. So we have 2 steps past Masters.
Because how many people are getting a doctorate to be a high school teacher?
Right. Well, I have the credits like equivalent of it. I just didn't connect my paths. Instead of going, most people go Masters and then doctorate. I went Masters, second Masters. But I don't know if Doug is in here right now, but Doug would know a lot more about that. He deals with that a lot. Yeah, absolutely. And Corey says, damn, my brain operates the same as you with the logo. Yep, exactly. Masters with certs. Okay, here's Ken. He says masters with certs, masters without certs, PD hours. Yeah, there's a bunch of, but ours is pretty regimented. It's masters plus, and it's plus so many credits. And then after that, it's called an educational specialist. That's what it is. The final step is an educational specialist on the wife. All right. He says, okay, the wife has masters plus 30. Very nice. Yeah, I was over at the special one past that one. So yes. Oh, Sam. Have we ever tried Olipop?
Yes, we have.
It was one of Sam's least favorite things we've tried.
Absolutely atrocious. We tried all the flavors too. and they were all disgusting. We still have some in our fridge.
We do.
No.
She is not a fan.
I wanted to like it. I was here for it, and it disrespected me.
So Donald, yeah, she definitely not a fan. There is a mini fridge over here. Sam's just I'm looking at it right now.
It's a mini fridge, but it's a wine fridge, not used for wine. So it does not get to the appropriate beverage temperature. It gets to the wine temperature, which doesn't make sense to me because when I used to drink, I would drink very cold wine. So it's like 50 something degrees.
Well, that's fair, kind of. It is split in half. The wine side is 50. The beverage side is 37. So,
but can you really separate it?
I don't know. Yep, I don't know. So, yes, and this is never going to go away. John says seaweed. Gary says, heard this is a place to see Sam. All right, if you had to, I got put with a hard question earlier. If you had to eat 3 strips of seaweed,
okay,
or drink a half can of Olipop, which one you going with?
Olipop.
Wow. Okay.
That seaweed was atrocious.
Okay. All right. Interesting. Me too, by the way, by far. Yeah. Seaweed is.
Ooh, seaweed or coffee beans?
Seaweed.
Wow.
I can't.
The coffee beans are tiny.
I was going to throw
up. Covered in chocolate.
I was going to throw up. I couldn't do it. I would have a
problem.
They're both terrible. Luckily, I don't have to do anything, and so I'm not going to do any of those again. And so, yeah. All right, let's hop into the show here, you guys. If you have other questions, other topics, and stuff like this, we will definitely get to those. So make sure you throw them out,
Jason.
What have you liked so far?
That edamame, that dry roasted edamame. I just had a handful today.
We actually bought some because the boys liked it. Yep, absolutely.
I can't remember anything else.
Josh, I got your questions saved for halftime, man. We will definitely get there. Yep, definitely get there. And he says Sam is right. Those wine refrigerators don't get cold enough. Even if it was 40 degrees, that would be a warm fridge.
Yes.
Hey, that's fair.
Even
That's
our
fair.
Beverage fridge upstairs, which is 36 degrees, is a little bit too warm for me.
See, I think it's frigid cold.
I need it like a solid 34.
Sam has a pampered life, you guys. These are her problems. It is 4 degrees too warm. I got out my thermometer, and I bet people do that. Like test the temperature of their beverages. Send it back. Not cold enough. All right, guys. I'm going to put this down at the bottom. Just a kind reminder. We are still missing probably 40 to 50 people who have forgot to hit that thumbs up.
Please.
If you're on your phone, just hit the X out of the live chat. Hit that thumbs up and then come back in the live chat. Not the stream, but the actual live chat itself. I'm going to put up a little scrolly at the bottom. You see that scrolly? That thing. To send in to be a part of the show next week, you guys, send an email to beardadvicelive@gmail.com. Send pictures of your beard. You'll see how it works tonight. And then give us a little bit of a write-up on how you want to get advice. Do you have a goal? Do you got a problem? And let us know where you're at. Do you all ever try any Mexican candy with the chili powder?
No, but what is that called? Tamarind? No, I'm getting that confused with, what is that?
The J. Cruz.
Tajine.
Yeah. Mo did that on watermelon. I guess that's the thing.
Yeah, I've never had that before, but that might be something to try. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know what we would eat it on. Do we eat watermelon?
Do I? No. Heck no.
He's offended.
Yeah. Nope. That's not me. And Josh says, I saw the picture you posted on Facebook. It's crazy how 5 years goes by so fast. It is stupid fast.
Yes.
Yeah. Days are long, years are short. It's the most. Tahine? Okay.
I blame Dan. He said it first.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Don't even come at me with pronunciation. We know how that ends up. So, yes. All right. Let's go ahead and get us some advice.
Okay. Let's do it.
Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Oh, baby. We got some new hats, you guys. I'll put a link in the chat. If you guys want to check those ones out, they are awesome. Give them a look. Fall is near. Winter is coming. Let's get ready. That's a good saying. Fall is near. Winter is coming.
I feel like that's very Game of Thrones.
Yeah, and just inspired. Yeah, just inspired.
I was thinking about this the other day. Is there a new season of what's the spinoff called? What's it called?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Man,
it's been so long.
It's been so long.
Is there another season of it coming out? You guys know. What is
Big
it called
question here
and when is it coming out?
By John. Dan, how do you use or, our, are in a sentence?
This or that.
Mm-hmm.
Our family is going camping.
Yes.
You are beautiful.
Boom. Nailed it. House of Dragons.
Yes.
Did we watch it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you know who that main blonde guy looks like?
No, I literally can't remember anything about the show. Nothing.
Ruin everything.
Sorry. All right. So let's go ahead and see what we got here for our first entry. Thomas out of Alaska. And he says,
hold on.
Meow.
Someone said it's just a 1-season thing.
Oh.
Did it not end on like a cliffhanger? I can't remember.
Okay, 2-season thing.
Oh, 2? Okay. When is the second season coming out?
Yeah, let us know, guys. Thomas, just sending in to hear your thoughts. Haven't trimmed at all except for split ends and had to trim my mustache off due to an accident. This November will be 2 years of growing my beard out. Thanks a lot and keep up the amazing work. All right. So he is just looking. He said, okay, Jason said they're filming season 2 right now. It's going to come out in 2072. So Thomas is just looking for some general advice. He's never sent in before. He wants to just get some feedback on his beard and where he can go better, where he can adjust, if there is anything to give. All right.
Okay.
So let's check it out. And I always like to say here, Thomas is from the JP community. It's the gold panning, the adventure seekers, the metal detecting, treasure hunters.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a really cool community. Really.
You were deep into metal detecting.
Oh, for years. Like that. You guys know I have an obsessive personality. Luckily, the only thing I've really obsessed over the last 5 years, other than my family, is this. But before that, it was Pokemon Go. Mm-hmm. Before that, it was metal detecting. Mm-hmm. And when I do those things, I do them. I do miss metal detecting. I don't miss the time involved, but I do miss the thrill of it.
Maddox asked for a metal detector for Christmas.
I know. We're going to have to make it happen. He keeps talking about it. And so I'm like, heck yeah.
Digging up our yard, though.
Nah. Our yard's new dirt. We need to go to old dirt. All right. Let's see what Thomas is working with here. Nice, Thomas. Hey, man, you said you had to shave off your mustache. It's grown back in really nicely.
That's only 2 years?
That's 2 years. Dude's crushing it. He said he's only trimmed off split ends.
Yep. That's awesome.
Yeah, only trimmed off split ends. Did Dan ever spoof his location? I think I messed with that like once or twice. I think I probably got like in trouble with Pokemon.
What's spoof?
Yes. Dan, are you 5? No, Pokemon Go was a walking game. So that one was developed for adults. It wasn't really a kid's game. I would walk like 10 miles when I would play that.
It was a kid's game.
Oh,
but like adults also
on the cell phone. That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
Have you seen kids these days? They all have cell phones.
Let's see what Thomas has going on with his beard here. So love the color.
Yes.
I really like the texture and the waves.
I thought the same thing.
Like, I don't want to blast that with heat and straighten it out. I really, really like it. The only thing that I would love to see, Thomas, is actually, I'm gonna give you a little 2 things here, is the wave along the jawline. That's the only thing I personally would adjust. This and this and this. Awesome. So cool. But the wave along the jawline, I would adjust. Obviously, heat is going to be your easiest bet. But I think you can achieve that with just a straight up round brush when you get out of the shower and use that on there. Just kind of grab the hairs, put them in a different direction, and then just kind of pull down so it kind of goes out smoothly.
With a blow dryer or no?
Either blow dryer is better.
Okay.
But you can still get it done with just no heat.
Okay.
It just is a slower process. It's not as dynamic of an impact, but it will definitely add up over time and make a nice difference. And Thomas, I do think it would be nice to have just a little trim off the bottom. I want to get all those ends kind of evened up. You got things kind of just some growing longer, some growing shorter. If you go about an inch off the bottom, I don't think your beard's going to look any shorter. I don't think you're going to compromise the appearance of your beard at all. It's just going to bring it a little bit more uniform and get rid of that little bit of transparency at the bottom. And just a little bit, man. I'm saying, and when you got a beard like this, you're probably near 12 inches, I would guess, 11, 12 inches. Just 1 inch off the bottom, just to give it a nice little, just a nice little fresh look to it. Thoughts?
Yeah, I don't want any heat on the front, but I would say on the sides, maybe, I don't even want to say like blow drying it. I would say maybe just like a heated brush, just like bloop, bloop, done.
Just
like tame it a little bit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Pack it in a bit here. For
yeah.
sure. But dude, you have a fantastic beard, man. I love the white coloration coming down the chin.
That like wave.
Yeah, so cool. So cool. And you did a really good job of transitioning into the head hair as well. So keep that up and just consider it. You can see it right here too. If you're able to kind of buff this out and pop this little like wave out, it'll even it out on the sides just a little bit. And then, yeah, just a little trim at the bottom. And I think it's going to look really nice. And Leo's spot on here. He says transparency trim will make the beard look thicker. I doubt the length will be noticed. I agree entirely. Usually this is that exact example of addition by subtraction. Your beard's just going to be better when you just take off just a little bit, man. So awesome, dude. Thank you for sending in. I know it can be tough, right? People that watch this show for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, and they're like, I don't want to put myself out there. It's the internet. It's kind of weird thing if you're not already on the internet.
Yeah.
And so I appreciate it, man. It definitely is really, really cool. And my friend Otto has a good question for you in the chat, Thomas. He says, how hard was the 5 to 7 or 8 inch phase before you had the hair long enough to kind of weigh itself down? Good question. Awesome, man. Thank you, Thomas, for sending in, dude. Gotta be one of our first entries from Alaska.
Oh, I didn't know he was from Alaska.
Yeah. He's up in Alaska.
Say that.
I'm sorry.
Gosh.
So yeah, look at it right there. Awesome.
That's Dan's like dream.
It is
vacation. We're like
my number one.
Tentatively planning like an Alaskan cruise for Dan's 40th birthday.
Yeah.
It's like on the horizon.
Yeah. That is my number one.
Be so cool.
There's nowhere on the planet.
Question for you, Thomas. Do you go to Alaska in the summer or the winter? When do you go?
Let us know.
Is it like, oh yeah, cruises only go there in the summer because if not, everything's frozen or something like? I have no clue.
All right, Braden said, I do have to say, Dan did say Thomas from Alaska.
I wasn't listening.
Love it. Meow, I've starred your question. We'll get to that at halftime, which is just in a couple of minutes here. All right, next one. We have Dylan. I just wanted y'all thoughts on my beard and any tips to make my beard better than ever. What do y'all think on how the growth is? And it has been about 3 years of growing with trimming. And I am only 24, so I got a long ways to go. Any advice would be appreciated. So with this, I just do have to point out a super interesting thing.
Okay.
I posted my beard from 5 years ago from the logo and then my beard today. And somebody asked me, have you trimmed along the way? I said, yeah, lots and lots and lots of trims. They said, how many inches do you think you trimmed off? So I grow at about an inch of beard a month. 5 years, right? We are looking at in the range of 60 inches, let's say, of beard growth.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting at around 12 inches. So in plus or minus a few in either direction, right? I've probably trimmed off 50 inches or so of beard. I've probably trimmed off 4 feet of beard.
God.
That's crazy.
That is wild.
Crazy to think about. 4 feet of beard. So really cool. Dennis says, going in the summer is cool. Not freezing, but you'll still get to see all the cool wildlife.
Okay, but is there still, I feel stupid saying, is there snow in the summer? Or is it not snowy? I don't know. Do you know?
Let her know.
Do you know?
In Alaska, and I'm sure it depends on where you are at, but I would imagine there is, in most places, snow all year round.
Okay.
That would be my guess. But I mean, we have Alaska so vast that it stretches
like
south
the
more.
Populated parts of Alaska.
Yeah.
Is that like the bottom part? I don't know.
Like Anchorage would be. Yeah. And again, I don't think that's a stupid question. I think that's a good one. He said, Dennis says, not really, but there's still glaciers.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, cool. Good day. All right, let's see what's going on with Dylan here. And he just wants the thoughts. And okay, here we go from Thomas. He says, Sam, depends on what you want to do in Alaska. Snow on most mountains till late July.
Wow. Okay.
There you go.
That's crazy.
All right. And Matthew says, Southern Alaska is beautiful in the summer.
Okay. Well, now we're going in the summer.
Okay. Tyler's mother-in-law lives in Homer, which is towards the bottom, and the snow melts in the summer for like 3 months.
Okay.
So they're like the opposite of us. Like,
oh, wait. Okay. But in Alaska, because we have friends whose one of Dan's like oldest best friends, sister lives in Alaska, and they had an issue with it being light all the time. They had to put stuff on the windows, but then their room got really hot or something. Is it light all the time in the summer there?
She's got all the questions for you guys.
Tell me, Thomas.
All right, Dylan, let's go and see what your beard looks like, man. Nice.
Wait, what was the question?
So he just wants general feedback on his beard, on what he can do to make it better.
Okay.
So the one on the left is like after a long day of work and what it looks like. The one on the right is what it looks like when he just gets done styling it.
Nice.
And so this is the front view. Yeah, very stylish. Love the hair, love the beard.
The hair.
And then the side here.
Cool.
So any initial thoughts on anything that you could do better? And if you don't have anything right away, just punt to me.
Okay, so go back to the first pictures.
Alaska is always light during some months. Well, we know that.
Well, that's not helpful, Jason.
What months? Yeah. we know it does and then it's fully dark for other months. All right, go back to this one.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So on the just styled one, I want to say I feel like maybe you should do the tiniest trim at the bottom, but otherwise, I think it's so good. It's so like crisp and clean. Oh, wow. Look at your pen.
What? Oh my gosh. That's crazy. All right, let's try this again. All right, we're gonna go just a little one. Nope, messed it up, guys. Okay, here we go.
He's new at this.
I am new at it. I just noticed this new feature right before the stream started. There it is.
Yeah, just the
perfect
little bit.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So yes, I absolutely love that. And okay, yes, but not super bright all the time. They have dusk but not totally dark.
Okay.
All right. Awesome. And it's a nice beard. You should definitely grow out your mustache. I think he is. Beard Gamer, this looks like that is the natural growth pattern of the mustache. So I do think that that's an important distinction when we give advice, is we want to see like what is, because you'll hear me and I'm like, I can tell that you've taken clippers or buzzers to the center of the mustache and stuff. This may be slightly trimmed, but I think this is his natural growth pattern. And Leo says, I agree with Dan and Sam. Yeah, just a slight trim here. Now, if you're wondering about your side of your beard and progressing throughout the day, I don't think that that's something to worry about. I think that as it goes through the day, if the humidity and life and work kind of gets to it a little bit here is, so Dylan says he trims the lip line. Yeah, it's a weird thing that you develop over the years of like, I can see like, okay, that was not clippers, that was not buzzers, just a natural growth. But I wouldn't worry about this too much. I don't think this looks bad at all. The only thing that I would say consider that I think will bring everything in nicely is this section right here, where your head hair is meeting your beard. And now I know that you have this full head of hairstyle. So I'm not saying do something drastic and crazy change, but I would love if this, and listen to this word with the best intentions, if this was cleaned up here, not the hair hanging over the ear on this section, not this little part that can kind of clump together. If you do a nice little natural fade right here, it's just going to lend itself to the styling of the beard, because it's hard to detach like head hair, beard, different. It just kind of all becomes one thing. And I think that would be a really, really nice addition. I just did mine over the last couple of days. And so I think that would help out really well, but I wouldn't worry about it. Everybody gets so caught up in like, oh my gosh, my beard's perfect. And then I go to work, I go out inside, and it just is. You just got to kind of roll with it. You just got to kind of embrace it and really say like, hey, my beard has character and changes throughout the day. You know, just kind of makes a little difference, but it looks really good. Again, I would just do, the slightest little trim off the bottom, just
so dapper.
I know.
That's
it's a
the
great
word I want to use.
Great look, man. Great head hair. Just take down those sides a little bit, and I think it'll go a long way. Awesome, man. Thanks for sending in. That was really cool. All right, Patrick, we got one more before halftime, you guys. We got 5 entries tonight. I've been growing my beard for 8 months now. Not sure if I should trim or not. My wife has been complaining about my mustache and that I need to trim it up. She misses feeling my lips. All right, here we go, guys. Let's check out Patrick here and see what's going on with his beard. Awesome, man.
Nice.
So we'll get to the lips and that stuff in a second. Yes. And he's got the beard. Patrick, to begin,
he kind of reminds me of you. There's something about him. I don't know if it's the beard or the hair that reminds me of you.
Interesting. My hair when it's shorter does look just like that. Yeah, it's the same kind of thing.
I don't want to say poofy, but it does that like poofy thing.
No, but especially on the side. This looks like me. Yeah. Right here for sure. Yeah, that's
like
there's a lot of similarities.
Up his face.
Yeah.
That definitely is. Yeah. Your ears are like double the size, but yes.
I do have bigger ears. We have different faces, but on the side view, that is me.
Yeah.
Like this section where the head hair meets the beard, this is like straight up me.
That's funny.
Super interesting. Yeah, super interesting. So awesome. And very cool. We have a comment here says, hey, I watch a lot of your vids. Usually miss these live ones. I needed to send in one. Yeah, please do, man. All right. And here's Patrick who says, yep, my hair definitely poops up on the side.
No pooping.
Hey, whoa. All right. My hair does not poop up, for the record, guys. I have similar hair to Patrick, but it's not pooping anything. He obviously meant pop up, guys. It's just funny, Patrick. All right. So, Patrick, and this may be the case. I would say, first thing, you didn't ask this, but I'm going to give the advice. No poop zone. Is the head hair, I would either go shorter or longer. I would like to see a little bit of length on top and then maybe fading on the side. That would be like an ideal situation since we have the same hair. Or go with more of like a buzz cut. It looks like you have a pretty good symmetrical head, so it shouldn't be anything, or balanced head. It shouldn't be anything that is an issue there. But I would go one or the other, longer or shorter. All right, on to the beard. Now I'm gonna let you get on the mustache thing here.
Okay.
He says, I don't know if it's time to trim. I don't know if it's ready to go. I definitely agree with Ken here. He says, keep the length on the top and fade the sides. I would do that for the head hair. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. He would do that on the head hair. We can get rid of the poop, and I think that will help out a lot. But on the beard, you have this thick, dense beard, right? And it's got great color, great texture, great character to it. The bottom is not even though in this picture, and that could just simply be because of like things happening, right? You wrestling with the kids, or you did something and the beard just happened to go in that way. So it's hard to tell for sure if it's uneven or not. And it's hard to tell, like, is this something that's like used with heat and it kind of wore off throughout the day? I will say, if this is how your beard just kind of looks throughout the day, I would go with a slight trim. And let's see if this is a tougher one for me to do, but I think I can do it. Let's go with a slight trim here on the beard. It's going to start on the corner. All right. It's going to come around. I'm going to use this and then come back around on this side again to kind of match it.
That was pretty good.
That was perfect. That's exactly what I would like to see on your trim. It's going to take off a little bit more on the side than it is on the bottom. So right down there, and then this is going to be your low point right here. This is going to be your low point, and bring that around, and that's just going to be a nice little trim that's going to really like kind of dense it up. And while you're in, Patrick, write all these down. Give me, man. Give me here. While you're doing the fade on the head hair, I would like to see a nice little transition fade on the side, or some heavy heat with like a heated brush. But I think a nice little cleanup transition trim would do really well over here. So yeah, and then, man, I didn't even see this. Ken says the back edge below the ear, come down straight, get rid of that side poof. Yep. And Brandon says maybe a heated brush on the mustache. Okay, we are 100% going to get to this. I didn't plan on doing this, but I will say my advice would be to really get that heat on the mustache from the center, because yours is covering your full top lip. Now, when you see mine here, I am at the top lip, but it does not curve into my mouth at all. There is no like wrapping into my mouth. It is, you can see my teeth, everything, like I'm there. I would love to see you just get that off to the side a little bit more. Sam?
I would say trim it a tiny bit and then do the sad walrus
Lazy
around.
walrus.
And
and here, real quick though, I want to make sure everyone gets the right frame of reference for the show. Caleb says, looks like a great beard to me, period. Agreed. Like 100%. I don't want anyone ever taking advice as like saying anything less than. I just take people sending into the show called Beard Advice Live, and they're asking questions and wanting feedback, right? And remember, his submission here is about, I'm not sure if I should trim it or not. Now, we could go through every one and just simply say great beard and be honest, right? That's true. Every beard we've had, I've thought is great, genuinely. But they're asking about trims, they're asking about the mustache. And so I feel it's best to give that thoughts and advice. Now, is this like scientific? No, this is all subjective. This is all personal opinions and preferences. So please, I hope anybody ever doesn't take advice as saying anything less than. This is an absolute, literally like goal beard. Like how many people would be like, I would kill to have that density, have that texture. These are just things that I think, given the questions that are requested, that could help it out a little bit. So, all right.
Yeah. So I mean, if your wife wants it trimmed, trim it, because I've been there with mustache hairs in your mouth. It's not fun. It's not fun for a woman to kiss you with your mustache hairs all in there.
Some women like it.
Okay, well, they're weird. So.
There are lots of weird people in the world. So that is true.
Yeah, I say trim it.
Okay. And I do. So understand, with my mustache, I do go through a period where I'll do a pretty like decent trim, and then it grows out, and then I realize like, okay, it's probably a little bit too long. And my trims of my mustache are literally for Sam. I actually like the appearance of my mustache much more when it's longer. If you see my pictures that I posted today, my 5-year shorter beard 5 years ago, I had a much bigger mustache, much bigger mustache. And I've had 2 people comment so far saying, go back to that mustache.
Nope.
That doesn't help my heart, you guys. That doesn't help my feelings, because I trim it for Sam. I think there's a healthy compromise where I still believe I have a full mustache. I have a strong mustache. It's not quite as big as I would love it to be, but it is something that I can say, hey, I fully understand here. And I would say too, Sam would not, she's never given me like an ultimatum. I don't think that's cool. I don't think it's cool to like mock it or to say bad things about it, because I wouldn't do that to my wife. I would hope that you guys wouldn't say things like that to your wife, right? If they had a hair that you didn't like, you shouldn't be nagging about it. You shouldn't be doing these different things. And I understand kissing is different, but I think there's a good way to go about it, and just thinking about the compromise. And so that's, yeah, I agree with Sam. Like if the wife is bothered by it and missing the lips and stuff, meet in the middle, do a little trim, get some heat on it. And I think that can work out really well. Cool. Any other thoughts there?
No.
Awesome, man. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you. If you do some of those changes, please send in, man. I think that would be a subtle but really cool transformation for us to see. So awesome. And man, that might have to be like a collab video with us, because it seems to come up every single week. Yeah, the like women's thoughts on mustaches.
Yeah.
And then talk about the compromise, and I think it would probably be a highly searchable video. So awesome, man. Thank you, Patrick. All right, we have our halftime segment, you guys. This is where you guys let us know any questions you have. For example, we have Sam is such a trooper, gotta love her. Yep, absolutely. And Kyle says, have you tried the Duke Cannon bar soap yet? It's awesome. Yes, I have tried it. I don't think it's the highest quality soap. I don't think it's Dial or a terrible soap. It's just kind of in the middle. It's like a Dr. Squatch. Is Dr. Squatch bad? No, it's not. Is Dr. Squatch as good as the top level all natural soaps that have the great saponification process? No, it's just literally not. If you know anything about soap making, there's a lot of corners that Dr. Squatch and Duke Cannon, they cut to save money, to be able to be more efficient. I don't think that they let it cure long enough. There's a whole lot of things. So it's solid. It's a decent option. If you told me, Kyle, you said, hey man, there's this Duke Cannon soap, it's awesome, I'd say, heck yeah, man, rock on. If you said, hey Dan, there's this Dial soap, I think it's awesome, or this Irish Spring, I think it's awesome. No, it's not. Those are bad. So yeah, absolutely.
Say Dr. Squatch one more time.
Dr. Squatch. All right. Are you guys going to do a Halloween try something new like the Voodoo Mountain Dew? We could do that. We could do that for sure.
Does Halloween fall on a Wednesday or no?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
What to see. Let us know, people. Now, somebody asked this on Monday, and I could only think of two. They said, do you guys dress up for Halloween? I said, oh, yeah. We go big. So I remembered Mario theme. And I remembered Scooby-Doo theme. What else have we done?
We did. Oh my gosh. What did we do?
I don't remember. I really don't remember.
Last year.
Was last year Mario?
No. Oh my gosh. That was when I'm looking it up.
I'm
looking on my Instagram.
Sam's looking up. Okay. Halloween's on a Tuesday. Okay. All right.
Get out of here.
Here we go. All right. Next one. Do either you or Sam? Oh, okay. We'll hit that in a second here. Hit that. Another one for Sam. 3 in a row for Sam included. My goodness gracious. All right. Meow. Do you recommend any beard products from South Africa? Yes. And I'm blanking on the name right now. Somebody help. Oh, it starts with a G. Somebody help me out in the chat with a G. Dan, you also do a Duck Dynasty theme. I think Sam's gonna have a strong no on that one.
We did
oh yeah.
Super. Oh gosh.
Yeah. Yeah, just put it out. Yeah. It was superheroes
Joker,
and villains.
Riddler, Batman, things like
Harley Quinn.
Yes.
Yep.
I was Harley Quinn. Oh my gosh, she's so cute.
She really is cute. Gardovosa, something like that. Somebody find it, guys. I did a review, I believe, on them. South Africa Beard Company, and it starts with a G. Yeah, something G on that one. So yeah, it's trying to remember. I don't know. If I can find it, I will put it in the chat. Somebody will help us out here. South Africa, it does start with a G. All right. Any tips on how you round the bottom of your beard? Monster, how round? I think I'm trimming it. It turns out flat. Brian, I would literally watch. I do this for myself. I would watch my trim videos just over and over and over again. The best way that I do is I do that first line. I evaluate it. I go in for the second line. I then comb everything out. And usually mine is too flat too. Then I go in and just kind of adjust the sides a little bit. So step by step, day by day. Full House on you. And I would just adjust it.
Full House, is it?
Step by step, day by yeah, that's Full House.
Whatever happened to that's Full House.
What's Step by? Oh, is this show called Step by Step?
I feel like
oh my gosh. I think it's called Step by Step.
Yikes.
Or wait, is that a show? I don't know. We're blanking on stuff tonight.
My brain is fried.
Yeah. That's okay. That's all right. We have 3 crazy kids, a podcast, and careers.
Yeah, today was busy.
We got a lot of stuff. Great busy, though. Yeah, not bad at all. All right.
And it's literally step by step.
Oh, yeah. I just realized as it went by. I couldn't even tell you a character on Step by Step.
I don't know if I've ever watched Step by Step.
I don't know how I knew that
or
song.
What it's about. I assume it's about a family.
With Patrick Duffy. I don't know who Patrick Duffy is, so that doesn't help me either. I don't know. Okay. Oh. Do you and Sam have advice for a first-time parent? So I kind of gave my advice on Monday. I essentially said, don't listen to everybody.
Okay.
Form your own ways. The best advice I ever have that I keep getting that always resonates with me is how fast it goes. Like it's easy. Like Vi was terrible today, and it's easy to get caught up in her terribleness. But it's good to remember this is going to go by quick. And there's going to be a point in time where we would give anything to be back here right now. So for me, I would say prioritize your family first and foremost above everything, above your friends, above your extended family, above your job. Prioritize your family first and foremost. Prioritize it above money. Prioritize it above everything. And I don't know. I feel like Sam we're going to do a podcast about this
a lot.
For sure.
Number 1. Make sure that your wife, significant other, is okay after the baby comes. I had severe postpartum depression with all 3 of my kids with Maddox. I did not know, and I was in a really deep, dark place. So make sure she is okay, and if she needs any help, give that to her. Number 2, get a heart rate monitor for your baby that they wear like at night. It usually goes on their foot. We had something, it was called an owlet, and it just is like a Bluetooth to this base, and it just like monitors their oxygen levels and stuff. And that actually saved Jax's life twice.
Yep, straight up.
He had like rolled over into a weird position and could not breathe. And there's one more thing. Make sure that you guys take time for yourselves to go out. If you have a babysitter, utilize that because you get burnt out so quick in that newborn stage because you're literally just constantly with the baby all the time. So just like make sure that you're getting out and doing things too without the baby.
Correct. You have to still date your wife.
Yeah.
You have to still have a relationship that's not only about the kids.
Yeah.
They need to be a priority. They need to be a massive priority. But remember, your wife came before the kids.
Yeah.
And I do think that's important to remember. There's too many couples that get lost in those things and then they end up getting divorced. They end up becoming roommates, and you still need to date your wife. That's really good advice.
Also, just like getting out of the house, like even getting like good hot food without a baby in the background is just one of the best things ever.
It's an unbelievable feeling. It's like surreal. You'll spend the first 10 minutes like looking over your shoulder, like where'd they go? Why are they crying? What's going on? And you'll hear another baby crying. You'll be like, ah. And so great advice. Great advice. All right, Dan, quick beard question. And yes, Sam, I kissed my wife and she hates my mustache under my lip. I use heat, but my patience is thin. Okay, where's the question? I think we missed the question there. All right, question for Sam.
Okay.
Has a topic Dan has researched for beard topics ever helped you out? For example, ingredients in a product or how to best use certain products?
Oh, something recently had just came up. I was looking for a new face lotion, and normally I try to buy like pretty clean products, especially things that are going on my skin, just because all these different ingredients mess with my hormones that are already pretty janky. And so I am always asking him about ingredients. And I was like, have you ever heard of baobab oil? And he was like, ho, let me tell you. And so he was like explaining it. And I was like, oh my gosh, that sounds like really amazing. I ended up getting it. And it's like a phenomenal face lotion. And so I learned something new.
There you go. And I will say here, and this is just telling it kind of like it is, it has been a lot of women would instantly believe that men should not and do not know as much about hair and as skin. And so as a man talking about things from a place of like actual information and experience, I think that's different to a lot of women, and my wife included. And so I think the concept of me like actually really knowing this stuff has like taken time to develop, because again, if most of you went to your wife and you're like, hey, this oil and this, they're just going to look at you side eye and crazy, at least in the early stages. And then when they figure out that you really understand your beard. So I think it's something that has had to like have her come around to like accepting, even talking about those things.
Yeah.
Because for literally generations, it's like shunned. Men don't talk about skincare. Men don't talk about hair care. And then it's like, well, I kind of know a little bit of this stuff. And so there's probably way more than we even realize, because we talk about everything and we just have conversations on a regular basis. And so, yeah, absolutely. And on the vice versa, on the flip side, there have been so many like routines and tools and products that I've learned about or tried or put on the channel because of Sam. And she's like, hey, have you heard of this? Or hey, have you heard of that? You know,
like during my research, I saw something else. I was like, have you heard of this? And he's like, no, let me look it up. And
it's
he's like, oh, I'm going to do a video on
Wednesday, a week from today. The video's filmed, recorded, and
hilarious.
it's scheduled. It was from her. And I'm like, no, how is the beard world not using this stuff or heard of this stuff? That was like a couple days ago from her. So yeah,
you're welcome.
It definitely goes both ways. Or my famous example is her cuticle oil that she bought.
Oh my gosh,
and
I still use it.
I look at it and it's like, oh, cottonseed oil, and these other ones, and it's like, oh, these are just, there's a bunch of cheap filler soybean oil, there's a bunch of cheap fillers in here, and they're just marketing it up and stuff. And that's the interesting thing that I think is going to really come out more and more over the next couple of years, is the women's cosmetic industry is marked up to an unbelievable, astronomical level, where you get the you'll find like an oil that's like $90 in the women's, and it's like they have this like prestigious perceived value, little economics term there. And then you look in the men's industry, just as good or better of products for a fraction of the cost. It's just labeled different. And so I think that like hidden secret's going to come out more and more as this men's industry grows. So yes, Tony says, love your 101 videos. That's one of those videos. It's a 101 and I'm excited. And you guys will never guess what the oil is because I've actually never seen it used on a beard product.
I can't even remember what it was.
Good. Leave it that way. So awesome. All right. Any bar soap companies you'd recommend? Warren, most beard product companies have great bar soaps. My most used is probably Beard Octane. I literally today took out my little tiny bit left of Cold Start and I put in a new Cold Start. It's sitting up there fresh, haven't been touched yet. So Beard Octane, the Bearded Mac, you have Copper Johns, Artius Man, Weatherbeard. There's so many great beard companies that really have wonderful soaps. Now, most of them do not make them themselves, but they do go to all natural handmade soap producers, and that's how they get them. So yeah, it is awesome. All right. How long is bar soap good for? 1 to 2 years. And after that, it starts to lose its ability to perform well. So yep, soap does have an expiration. Is there a huge difference in the final result of using a cheap heated brush over a more quality one? Yeah, I genuinely believe that as someone who has tried the worst of the worst, the best of the best, and everything in between. I do believe there is. I have a full cornucopia of options and I use the best one in the world every day. Yes, I do believe there is a big difference. It's one of those times you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
Like truly. Heat is not something to go cheap on, guys. Heat it can really damage. So keep that in mind. How long do you stick with an oil in a rotation to avoid the plateau effect? Change every day. So I change every day, Dale. I never wear the same oil back-to-back days. And I'm in a unique situation. Practically speaking, I would say as long as you're rotating 3 oils, you're good. If that's every couple, what?
That went black.
Oh, I don't even see it. Yeah, if you rotate through 3 oils or more, I think you're fine. All right, Kyle says, what is the best beard oil? Impossible. There is no best. If anybody tells you this is the best beard oil in the world, they forgot the part that ends with for me, right? Because you can't say a thick oil is the best when somebody needs thin oil. You can't say vice versa. You can't say a medium oil. You have to figure out what's best for you. Kyle, if you want to reach out to me, man, Dan_command@yahoo.com or Dan C. Bearded on Instagram in the description of every video. I want to learn about, do you have dry skin? Do you have oily skin? Have you tried products that you liked, that you disliked? Let me kind of build your preference, and then I can tell you what I think would be the best for you. So reach out, man. I'd be happy to. All right. What shampoo would you recommend for gray, white beards? Purple shampoo. So purple shampoo is something that I'm looking into right now. It is very, very divisive. There is a figure who has a gray beard, who works as a barber, who has told gray beardsmen to use purple shampoo for years. He created content long before me. Well, I've talked to many, many, many barbers and hairstylists about this, and most of them disagree with him. Purple shampoo is intended for color treated hair. It is not intended for natural white, gray, silver hair. It is something that is going to help you preserve the color that you're trying to achieve through dyes and other methods. There could be some value to it. I haven't seen, I think Scuba has some videos. I do too, Leo. Yeah, I did videos on women's products, for beard products for women's use somewhat recently, actually. But I have not seen any evidence that shows that purple shampoo will help in that situation.
Do white beards yellow?
Yeah. So there is, yellowing can always be explained, Tony. So yellowing, number one cause of yellowing is smoking, and it's by a massive, massive margin.
Interesting.
Number 2 cause of yellowing is pollution. Now, you don't have a choice of that, right? If it's pollution outside, there's not much you can do about it. I recommend sticking with, and things like oils do not stain beards. We have proven this over and over and over again. I recommend just using a good quality beard wash and a good quality beard conditioner. And I think that you can achieve what you're looking for through that. And Leo asked a good question. Is purple shampoo a brand name or a color? It is a type of shampoo.
That is purple.
Correct. And the bottle is usually purple to show you. And then it is purple. Now, I will say purple shampoo is the king of pearlizers, which I've talked about. If you see that shampoo, it's purple in your hand, but it's going to look like it's pearly. It's going to look like it's glistening. That's not good. That's not great for your beard.
I use purple shampoo on my hair, and it does take out the yellowness.
Color treated hair.
I know that a lot of women do, and my hair is the blonde parts that I get the yellow out of is actually not colored. It's only bleached.
Treated hair. Yeah.
But I think a lot of women also say that like hard water turns their hair yellow, and that is what purple shampoo, I think for the most part for women, that helps with that. So if maybe you have hard water, maybe it would help take the yellow out.
But again, it is entirely designed for treated hair. It's not designed for like white blonde hair that has hard water. It's for bleached, it's for dyed, it's for treated hair. And so that's where there's a discrepancy on those differences. So we'll see. But I don't have that. So I can't speak from experience there. And it's something that I have not made a video on yet because I don't know for sure. So I'm still looking into it. So
also purple shampoo is not meant to be used as like a daily or weekly wash. It's like a once a month kind of thing. You like just kind of wash it, leave it in for a few minutes, rinse it out, and like you're done for the month. Perfect.
And that's important.
Because super important. Yeah, it is very harsh.
Yep. It has a harsh pH level. All right. Dan, I know you mentioned you take creatine, but you take any straight protein powder. I despise protein powder. When we're working out, when we're trying to get our protein levels, we drink, what's the name? Fairlife protein.
Fairlife Nutrition Plan or something is what it's called. It's like those, or the Core Power ones, which is just like a bigger bottle of the same thing. Those are delicious.
Yep, exactly. And Nick's wife works with hair and says it's used to also make your colored hair not fade. Exactly. Yep. It's colored and treated hair is what it's designed for. So, yep. All right. Found something called Bearded G. No, and I tried to do it. I have a review video on it, and I know for sure it starts with a G. I can see the picture. It kind of looks like Medusa, but it's not Medusa. I don't think I'll be able to get it. Gardevoir. It's like that's
that sounds very.
That's like, a Pokemon.
Oh.
there is. I
was like, that sounds so familiar.
Gardevoir is a Pokemon, but it's something like Gardevoir. I actually consulted with them years ago. They were my first consultation out of Africa, which was pretty wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I did consult with them, and I just can't remember. It's been years. Actual years. All right. Michael says, hey, Dan, I use the Chicago comb number 8 for detangling. I love those pocket Kent combs, the folding ones, just a bit small. I ordered the Chicago comb number 6. Any size difference from the Kent folding combs? Yeah, it should be a nice upgrade on size from those folding combs for sure. I don't like the folding combs personally, so I think you'll enjoy this even more. Yeah, for sure. All right. Let's see more questions here, you guys. And thank you for all these questions, man. We love these. These turn into topics sometimes. Relationship question for Sam. Has Dan ever gotten so into something that you reach a point where you're like, okay, Dan, I get it? G Squared is trying to set up tension here. Jeez.
I don't think so, to be honest. I mean, you've gotten so into beard stuff, but I can't complain about that.
Yeah.
No, not really.
Cool.
I feel like you don't really have a lot of hobbies.
I don't have time for hobbies.
Working is your hobby.
Yeah, and I enjoy it. So I get my hobby fulfillment out of what my career is.
Oh, sometimes the Joe Rogan podcast does get on my nerves. But I think only that might be because you listen to it at like an extreme volume.
Well, from someone that has a podcast on all day, and also someone that plays the podcast around me all the time, I turn off the Joe Rogan podcast when she's around.
But you like to listen to Crime Junkie.
Yeah. but she's leaving out the part of how considerate I am. If I know she's going to be in the bathroom, I don't put it on during that shower. If I'm down here and she's near, I don't put it on when she's around. So I am very, very considerate there. So G Squared, thanks for teeing up a very directed question there, sir. If you want to throw one the other way, I'll hit it out of the park. Jake says, thoughts on aloe vera gel? Aloe vera gel is very difficult because aloe vera gel is not a real thing. Aloe vera gel is not something from nature. Aloe vera gel is something that is created. It's not just squeezed out of the aloe plant and put into a bottle. It is always squeezed out of the aloe plant, add in things like palm oil, add in things like preservatives, add in things that are cheap fillers like soybean oil, and it makes this end product. And the messed up thing is somehow, some way in the US, might be different in Australia, they are allowed to use the name on ingredients aloe vera gel. They don't have to disclose that it has palm oil. Even if somebody has a palm, yep. Even if somebody has a palm allergy, they don't have to put that. It's absolutely absurd. So my thoughts are, I am not a fan. Oh, we found it. Ken found it. Okay, it is in the chat at the bottom. Thank you, Ken. Gardenza. I was pretty dang close. Gardevoir.
Yeah,
that was pretty close. And so yes, Jake, I am not a fan of almost all aloe vera gels. If you go buy aloe vera gel from the store, the most popular brands, you see this bright neon color. Well, that's not the natural color of aloe vera. And so they're adding in dyes, they're adding in all these stuff. So
isn't that like the LA Looks hair gel? Is that what you're thinking of?
No, like if you just look up aloe vera gel,
that green round bottle. We have that one.
Yeah, and they're decent.
Okay.
She was like, "Isn't it the thing?"
I couldn't think
no,
of
it's
like
literally
what it looked like.
Aloe vera gel, and so those are all atrocious.
What is the need for people to put color in everything?
I know aloe's green. This is green. Ding, 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 ding. It works.
Oh my gosh,
it's terrible. So, not a fan. Now, are there natural versions of it? Yes. But if you see aloe vera gel on ingredients, there is things that are added in and they're not great. So yeah, just keep that in mind. I could talk a lot about aloe vera gel. That one upsets me because of the dye and all of that stuff. Does Dave Little Lux still make hand stuff? Yep. And Sam, the stuff you wanted more from him? I think he's referred to like a really old review there. Sam hasn't used Lux products herself in a long time. She just doesn't like using a lot of beard product type stuff. So yeah, but does he still make his stuff? Yeah, for sure, man. Absolutely. And my mustache looks messy. I always take good care of it, but still struggling. Heated brush. If your mustache is messy, you're not using a heated brush, or you are not you're not using it properly. So heat is your answer. It doesn't matter what your genetics are. You can tame that mustache. All right. It's 4:16. Need to get ready. Okay. That's so wild.
AM or PM?
He's in Hawaii, so PM. That's so crazy.
Okay. That is weird.
Can you use too much conditioner at a single time? Yes. I know that it would increase the chance of making contact with your skin, but other than that, the more you use, the harder it is to rinse it out, and the more likelihood that you're going to have some residual conditioner left over, not in a good way. So yes, 100%. And this is our South Africa. Thanks, you guys. Got to run. I hope you caught it before that point. That would have been terrible. Could you quickly compare Dr. Nick's to Beard Brand Utility Oil? They're both good options. If you were to tell me which one is better for the health of my beard, the styling of my beard, I would say Dr. Nick's. Dr. Nick's is all essential oils. Beard Brand is not. Beard Brand has a stronger scent profile. So there's definitely some preferences that go into that one. All right. And Thomas says, thank you, Dan and Sam, for the compliments and the advice.
Welcome.
Awesome. He was on his phone. Is there a beard wash that can be used with well water? Yeah, all of them. All of them should be fine. Our old house was well water. So yeah, no problems there. Any opinion on a Mountaineer brand beard wash? I've not used it in a long time. They switched owners, and kind of the way they interacted with me changed at that time. They actually used to be an affiliate of mine, but I removed myself as an affiliate when the ownership changed, so I cannot really say. Sam, how is your anxiety and depression?
Thank you for asking. It's okay. This week was a tough week, but it's nearing the uprise. The we're going up. We're good. We're getting better.
All right. All right. Need to know if there's a certain brand of beard wash can be used well. Yeah, any of them. It isn't weighing down on styles. Nope, Jason, you should be fine. That shouldn't factor in too much for you. All right. Does teasing the chin area of the beard with a wide tooth comb create fullness or cause breakage? Yeah, do not tease your beard hairs. And if you guys aren't aware of that, Sam, what is teasing of the hairs?
Teasing, let's do this side. Take your hair and you have like a comb and you back comb it. And so it creates this like nest look.
Mm-hmm.
And essentially, like women do it on top of their hair. You like pull a layer up, tease the layer underneath, and then put that layer back down. And so it just makes it look like voluminous.
Voluptuous. Volume.
Like, what is that word?
Yes.
Volume.
I don't know. They're going to tell us.
Volumacious.
Do not do that to your beard.
Yeah.
You will damage the not the follicle. You will damage the hair fibers themselves. Our beard is so coarse. It is so different than head. It's not good for head hair. There's nobody that would tell you it's a good thing. So please don't do that. Yeah, please don't
Voluminous.
do that.
Gosh.
Voluminous.
Ken, are you a teacher or something?
Yeah, right. That doesn't even sound good to me, though. 4 or 5 years ago, yeah, for sure. So I have, John, just look up Dancy Bearded Luxurious. I have some more recent videos than that. A lot of them. No plans for new ones right now. But yeah, definitely a lot of them. With heat, sometimes I still get frizzy. My mustache, I use a heated brush on 310. So there's a lot of factors there. Saying I use a heated brush on 310, how long are you using it? How slow are you going? What direction are you going? How high of a quality of a heated brush is it? Are you using oil and then waiting 3 to 5 minutes? There's so many factors involved there. If you're not getting the results you want, it's trial and error. Practice, and you will get it. What temperature, cold, warm, or hot?
Shower. To wash your beard.
If we're going with wash your beard, you want to wash your beard warm, and then at the end finish with a cold rinse. But to get products out, it needs to be warm. That's going to be your best bet. Ever thought of phone cases with your logo? No,
but we have decals that fit on phone cases.
True, people do that. In phone, to do the phone case game, you get what?
Oh my gosh,
2 years at
Maybe.
most.
And then how many different types of phones are there out there?
That's a challenge. Volumizing. I like that one better. that one hits better. Ken got it. I can't even say that word.
Try it.
Yeah. Teasing is different than picking. Yes, absolutely. Totally different. Yep. Picking is just getting into the beard and then just, getting volume that way. So for sure. Yeah, absolutely, man. And mess with me anytime. I'm happy to help there. Awesome, man. Thank you guys for sending in. Great questions today. Mm-hmm. All right. 2 more. Caleb. Hey, I'm not in need of advice. And Caleb checked with me and was like, hey, you don't have to put this in, but I actually really liked it. I'm not in need of advice. Coming up on 6 months since my last transparency trim, so I figured it was time to even it all out. Also wearing one of Sam's shirts in my latest picture. Just submitting if you guys need any extra entries for tonight. It took me seeing several people, and this was the key line for me right here. Watch this. All right. It took me... yeah. Kind of crossed it out, but you get it. It took me seeing several people submitting to Beard Advice Live to convince me to finally do it. Beautiful. That is so dang important right here. It took me seeing several people submitting for me to finally do it. So you guys, when you submit, not only do you get help, not only does it get help to people that have similar beards, you also inspire other people to do this. So important. So maybe this will help someone else who's watching and hesitant to submit. This is before any trim. Again, not looking for anything in particular, but always open to tips and tricks. Also, the podcast is amazing. The wife and I are both anticipating the next episode each week.
This one's going to be so cool coming up.
It's a really good one, guys. Yeah, check it out. Friday, it's a fun one.
Thank you, Caleb.
Yes. All right. Look at that. The shirt. I love it, man. It looks awesome. So Caleb's been on the show many times and he says, thanks, Dan and Sam. Thank you, man. And he's saying, hey, I think I'm ready for a trim. Essentially, I'm going to do this. kind of just what do you guys think? Caleb, for sure. Let me bust out my handy dandy tool here. Let's see how we're doing. Perfect.
Yep.
That's exactly where I would go there, dude. Your beard is very, very similar to mine. And so when I do my transparency trims, it's about that much every single time. And easy money. And look at the fade over here.
Oh,
that is real nice.
Mm-hmm.
Real nice. But that's a simple one, dude. You're just right there. Easy trim. Boom. Round off the sides like we were talking to Brian about earlier. Simple, easy, legendary beard. Great transition in the hair. Anything else stand out to you?
No, not at all.
Easy peasy.
Thank
Dude,
you.
thank you for sending in. And I hope this helps too, by the way, you guys. This man, this beard was hesitant to send into this show. And you got awesome people like Caden saying, I'm envious of Caleb's beard. Beautiful. Like, if people are, I know people think like, oh, I don't want to send in. My beard's not great. I'm not worthy of this and stuff. This dude had the same thoughts, you guys. And that's a beard of that level. Everybody has those thoughts. It's the internet, right? I get it. Send on in. I think we can help you guys. All right, last one for tonight. Justin B. I hope Justin is here. He had to get the kids to bed and wanted to be on the end of the show. So hopefully this worked. Looking at getting your feedback. I have a beard trim scheduled with my normal beard barber later this week. And I love that about this show. He sent in today, I believe, and is like, I need to trim later this week. We got you, real time. I have an idea of what I want, but need feedback and thoughts from you and Sam. Beard goals. Have a long beard, maybe 8 to 10 inches. Currently, the beard is at 4.5 inches, so he's about halfway to his goal.
Okay.
Need a beard to maintain a professional look as it gets longer. All right, I like that as well.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, Justin's here. My questions. What should I do with the mustache? Should I square off the bottom of the beard? What do I do with the sideburns, if anything? Where do I make the line on the top of my beard down to the mustache? And what do I do with the line on the side view? This dude broke it down with circles and colors.
That's my style.
Yes, I love this. Should I straighten the line from the ear down? Let's see what we got here.
Okay, this is first one. What do I do with the mustache?
Okay, right. All right, boom.
Look at you with all your graphics.
Yeah, man, bald and bearded here. Great smile. Awesome, dude. Okay, so first one, and we're just going to pop back and forth each time. What should I do with the mustache? Any thoughts, Sam?
I think it looks great.
Awesome.
I don't see any issues. It doesn't seem like it's too long or anything like that.
Right. Justin, the only thing I would give advice on is to make it all uniform. I can tell that you trim your mustache from here to here, and then you let what I call the fangs grow out on the side or the connectors. I'm okay with connectors, but I think it's too harsh of a transition here where it's like short, real long. I would just trim these guys up a little bit and make that mustache pop it. And you can see it actually really well in the side view here. See this guy right here? I would just do a little snip on that one. And you can even see it on this one too, the zoomed out version. So just a little bit off on the sides of those mustache. I think that's going to be a nice little addition by subtraction. All right, number 2, should I square off the bottom of the beard? All right. Now, most people agree longer beards, it does well to round it, right? When we get into these medium beards, you get a little bit more kind of leeway. And so I would say his is slightly rounded right now. Do you think, and then the side, you see that nice little shelf, but still from the version of being rounded, would you like to see it more square or kind of stay with this?
Nope, rounded.
I agree.
Round for life.
Round for the win. All right. And then what do I do with the sideburns? Yellow circle. Okay. Easy peasy here, Justin. What you're going to do with the sideburn is you're going to take your angle. Let me go ahead and draw this. All right. You're going to take your angle and you're going to do the angle that I demonstrated on my video with Scott, Mr. Triple B, who's in the chat. And you're, nope, too big. That is the danger of this. And all you're going to do is take off this corner right there. Boom. Done. Imagine an imaginary line. Go. Can you say that?
Imagine an imaginary line.
No, that's a double negative.
You can imagine an imaginary line.
Or
it's not a double negative.
What if you say imagine a line? Because that is an imaginary line.
Oh.
Right?
Okay.
That's heavy. All right. Imagine a line going from here to there and just angle that bad boy off. That's all you're going to do here is just simply angle that bad boy off. Easy peasy. Done. That one I'm really adamant about. I would love to see that.
But then do you have to like fade it a little bit right below that
For sure.
line just to like
Great
make
add-on.
so it's not so harsh?
Yes. 100%. I would do a little bit in this. And here, let me draw it. So you got that trim line there. And then this section here, you're going to fade up a little bit. Nope, that's too low. All right.
He's working on it, you guys.
Oh, no. Okay, perfect. And then in this section here, we want to fade it. Love that. Heck yeah. So again, you're going the line there, get rid of all this, and then fade in that section. Yes, good add-on, babe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got that. What should I do with sideburns? All right, what should I do with the top part of the beard on the mustache, the red circle? All right, right there.
Leave it.
Nothing. Leave it alone. Yep.
Yep.
Imagine an imaginary line is more like a double positive. Yeah.
Right.
right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying though. All right. And then, okay, got the red circle. Leave that one alone. And then what do I do with the line on the side view shot? Orange arrow. I love this. Here, leave it. 100%. Here is Ken giving some good feedback. He says, do not touch the back edge below the ear. Your natural line is pretty straight. Yep. And you would add tons of maintenance. Tons. If you were to do something here, you have dark hairs. What would happen is you are going to have to maintain that on a very regular basis because those bad boys are going to start coming in. They're going to start having stubble, and that's not a good look. Your natural line right here is fantastic, dude. Leave that alone 100%. Easy. Done. Nailed it. Anything else?
I don't think so. Okay. I have a question on the mustache, the fangs, as you call them. When I cut up into your hair?
Yeah.
What is that called?
There is
blending. That's what we call it. So like in the hair world, God, I don't even know how to like describe it. So you take this side. When I blend Dan's hair, and I worked at a hair salon, so
tell him the shape you cut in.
I can't see it. It's like you cut a triangle. You take the scissors and literally just cut straight up into the hair, and it takes like these little triangle chunks out. And so instead of cutting like straight across and having that blunt line, it takes a lot of the hair out, but it blends it all together. So I'm wondering if that would be helpful on those like mustache.
That's a great tip. Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. Listen, I don't know if it's going to work, but somebody try it and come back to me.
and you could do that first, and if you don't like it for any reason, just go straight across. Sure. So yeah, not thinning shears. No. It's a manual version of thinning. It's don't use those. Those are usually not good quality ones. So yes. Indeed, I'm still here doing stuff in the background. No, Dan, I'm not playing video games. This dude came out of hiding from the video game, the new video game. Okay, you don't think the red circle is too high on the cheeks? Nope. Nope. Your cheeks are lighter and more natural. Leave that alone. Yep. Nope. Yeah, leave that alone.
Because if you cut it, then you're gonna have to maintain that all the time too.
Straight up. TJD, thanks, man. Thank you for the kind words. And Craig says that back edge below the ears where I almost lost my beard, I had it trimmed a bit and then kept trying to find the same line and it was creeping. Yes. Ooh. All of this. Yes. Yep. 100%. He said, finally I had to tell myself to leave it alone, not touch it. Almost a year later, I still struggle with the regrowth in that area.
Dang.
And it'll come back. But yes, exactly that. Exactly. Justin, thank you, dude, for the prep work here. That was an awesome entry.
Definitely.
Awesome entry, man. So yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, really, really, really perfect. So I do feel really strongly about this sideburn portion just because your cheeks are a little bit thinner here. And so it makes it look kind of, I call it a handle, right? You kind of have like a little handle right here. And I just like kind of cutting that handle off a little bit. Hey, Walter, thanks, man.
Hey, Walter.
I know you had I believe a family function tonight. So thank you.
Walter, is Erica back or no? Is she still gone?
Last I heard on Monday, she was gone.
Okay.
So
she's in Portugal still?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So cool. Nothing wrong with just letting the beard grow and no trimming, or trimming help a lot more. So what you're talking about, and hey, that was the last one there, man. Thank you so much, Justin. So what you're talking about there is essentially the difference of a yeared and then maintaining as you grow. Justin said, I want to grow big, but I need to have a professional beard along the way. So he's going to maintain it. Others will say, I'm just going to grow for 1 year and not touch it. It's just a personal preference situation. I really recommend the yeared if somebody has a commitment issue. If you're constantly chasing the trimmers and the clippers and you just get carried away, it's good to be like, I'm not touching it until September 20th, 2024. Other than that, I'm a fan of touching it up along the way. I like a purposeful beard. She's still gone home tomorrow. Oh,
yeah,
good. Good. So yes. And Leo says, I've seen scissors work. Sam described done on mustaches.
Oh, nice.
Look at you. Perfect. And Justin said, I'll get it done and send a follow-up. Really appreciate. Please do, man. Please do. What's up, Jim? Thank you, sir. Awesome. Well, hey, guys, to be on the show next week, send in to beardadvicelive@gmail.com. This was really fun. Sam did not like the beverage today. I'm not going to go back and drink anymore, but I'm not like repulsed by it. And if you guys ever have any ideas, or I'm not asking for things, but somebody messaged today and said, hey, I'm sending you out something that's gluten-free for you guys to try. We're always open to that. So if you guys want to send in stuff, yeah, I can't guarantee that we will, but we're always open to the ideas and the kind gestures. So, man, other than that, Sam C, anything else other than podcast on Friday?
No, that's about it.
Awesome, you guys. Hey, enjoy it. We are entering beard season now. Encourage others to send into this show, right? What better way to start taking care of your beard and getting advice than being on this show, checking out the videos, getting involved in the community. It's pretty amazing. So other than that, you guys, I hope that you hit that thumbs up on your way out if you forgot by any means. And if you need anything, please reach out at any time and check us out at Catching Up with the Commands on Instagram. We have some cool stuff. The sponsor for this week's podcast is actually The Luxurious Bastard.
Woo!
So we love talking about other aspects of these companies that aren't just beard related. And so we get to do that with Lux. So awesome, guys. Thanks, Dale. Thanks, everybody, for the kind words. We're about to get out of here. So please, stay bearded, stay positive,